G'day folks, Crafty Corvid here. I just thought I'd introduce the new glider. I've called it Twitch because one of the servos that I put in was dodgy and it was doing that jittery thing. Not because of its flying characteristics. It's an AliExpress glider. It costs about $10 delivered to New Zealand and weighs 230 kilos, 230 grams all up. It's got a arrow shaft down the middle here, and it's got servos in each wings. It's got a servo for the rudder and a servo for the elevator too. If you have a look at my other video, I'll show you how to make these control horns. Quite like making my own control horns because it means you can make them super custom and designed exactly as you want them for your model. I've put laminating film over most of the surfaces, and that strengthens things up massively. It does add a bit of weight, but I reckon the finish and the strength and rigidity that it gives the whole structure makes it way better. You can see I've put some of the film over here, and there's another sheet underneath there, and so when I move the controls, the ailerons here, it kind of helps the wind stick to it rather than having that big gap. And underneath is where the pivot is and the hinges, and so that's nice and flat anyway. For the elevators, I've done a little V on both sides. I'm not too worried because this isn't so thick, and so the wind will stay fairly laminar over the top there. I've made it completely separable so I can take it on my motorbike, and in order to take it apart, you can just take these little clips off here. The elevator comes apart and the two rings separate because of a carbon joiner in there. And you can take the aileron servos out just through the hole there, and so the whole thing packs up to about the length of the fuselage, and it's very small, easy to carry. Here's the model packed up ready for transport, and as you can see from the top view, it packs up very small. Couple little aileron servos in there. I've put two servos in for the ailerons so that I can also add the flaps functionality. I've got the flaps set to take 2 seconds to go down and 2 seconds to go back up, and I've put a little bit less up than I have down. If I'm hunting for thermals, I can put the flaps down. If I'm hunting, I can put the flaps up, and if I'm in a thermal, I can put them down. I've got a little 300 milliamp hour 2S that's running a FlySky FS2A receiver. Well, it's a very small little receiver, 4 channels, which is all you need for gliding, and that gives you a channel spare for this. I'm running the FlySky i6S, and you might notice that there's a few things that you shouldn't really be able to do there, and that's because I've flashed it to open i6X, and that gives you a lot of fantastic functionality. Much more than was originally meant to be possible with this little radio. And so you can see I've got a load of mixers here to enable me to have different channels for the ailerons. My channel 3 is the rudder, which should be the throttle, and channel 4 is elevator, which should be rudder. So it allows you to do all that sort of stuff. I've got a couple of extra little things just on launch. It tends to pitch up pretty high, and so on my switch A here, I don't know if you can see the rear elevator there just going down a wee bit. And also when I put the flaps on, that changes the characteristics a little bit, and so I've got a bit of elevator getting mixed in when I use the switch B to put the flaps on, and so that keeps it in a nice level flight. If you want to know more about how I set up the mixers and everything, then give us a shout in the comments, and maybe I'll do another video. Cool, well that's it. That's the new plain Twitch. Very, very happy with it. That's all. I'll see you on the next one.